Welcome back to part 2 of chapter 5. We will continue with financial markets and the LM relation. Let's now turn to financial markets. We saw in chapter 4 that the interest rate is determined by the equality of the supply of and the demand for money, M is equal to RYLI. The variable M on the left side is the nominal money stock. So there is a positive relationship between money and nominal income. Why is that? And there is a negative relationship between money and the interest rate. Why? An equilibrium requires the left-hand side to be equal to the right-hand side. Real money, real income, and the interest rate. So the equation M is equal to RYI gives a relation among money, nominal income, and the interest rate. We will now rewrite it as a relation among real money. Real money is money in terms of goods. Recall that nominal income divided by the price level equals real income Y. Dividing both sides of the equation by the price level P gives your M over P is equal to YLI. Hence, we can restate our equilibrium condition as the condition that real money supply, that is money stock in terms of goods and not rands, is equal to real demand for goods. Real money, demand for money in terms of goods. So if you want to buy 2 cups of coffee at 12 Rand 20 cents each, the nominal demand for money will equal to 24 Rand 40, so that is the 12 Rand 20 cents times 2. And the real demand for money will equal the 2 cups of coffee. So like we said, we rewrite M is equal to RYI in real terms. Equilibrium, real money supply is equal to real demand for goods. And real income Y is what is considered in the goods market, and that is income in terms of goods produced. Deriving the LM curve. To see the relation between output and the interest rate implied by the equation M over P is equal to YLI, let's use this figure. Let's first look at figure A. So say this is figure A and this is figure B. So look first at figure A. Let the interest rate be measured on the vertical axis and real money on the horizontal axis. Real money supply is given by the vertical line at M over P and is denoted MS. For a given level of real income, Y, real money demand is a decreasing function of the interest rate. It is drawn as the downward sloping curve denoted MD. The equilibrium is at point A, where money supply is equal to money demand and the interest rate is equal to I. Now consider an increase in income from Y to Y prime, which leads people to increase their demand for money at any given interest rate. Money demand shifts to the right to MD prime. The new equilibrium is at A prime with a higher interest rate I prime. Using figure A, we can find the value of interest rate associated with any value of income for a given money stock. The relation is derived in figure B. So figure B plots the equilibrium interest rate I on the vertical axis against income on the horizontal axis. Point A in figure B corresponds to point A in figure A, and point A prime in figure B corresponds to point A prime in figure A. More generally, equilibrium in financial markets implies that the higher the level of output, the higher the demand for money, and therefore the higher the equilibrium interest rate. This relation between output and the interest rate is represented by the upward sloping curve in figure B and is called the LM curve. What does the LM curve represent? So the LM curve is all the equilibrium points in the financial market. Chain of events for the LM curve. There is an increase in real income. The increase in real income increases the demand for money, and the increased demand for money increases the interest rate. Shifts in LM curve. LM curve takes money and price level into account. Shifts in LM comes from either a change in price level or in nominal money stock. Increase in nominal money supply. For a given price level, if nominal money supply increases, the real money supply increases. At any level of income Y, the interest rate from the financial market is lower, which shifts LM downward to keep equilibrium. So consider an increase in the nominal money supply from M to M prime. Given the fixed price level, the real money supply increases from M over P to M over P prime. Then at any level of income such as Y, the interest rate consistent with equilibrium in financial markets is lower, going down from I to I prime, and then the LM curve shifts down from LM to LM prime. Increase in the price level. If there is an increase in the price level, the real demand for money decreases. So M over P equal YLI if P increases or M over P decreases. The increase in price level also causes the LM curve to shift down from LM to LM prime. So at home, you can practice the decrease in nominal money supply as well as the decrease in price level. Deriving the LM curve. So this is just a recap of the derivation of the LM curve. Putting the IS and LM together. IS relation is the condition that supply of goods must be equal to demand for goods, and the LM relation is the condition that the supply of money must be equal to the demand for money. So this is your IS relation and this is your LM relation. So this figure plots both the IS curve and the LM curve on one graph. Output equivalently production or income is measured on the horizontal axis. The interest rate is measured on the vertical axis. At any point on the downward sloping IS curve corresponds to equilibrium in the goods market, and any point on the upward sloping LM curve corresponds to equilibrium in financial markets. Only at point A are both equilibrium conditions satisfied. That means point A with the associated level of output Y and interest rate I is the overall equilibrium, the point at which there is equilibrium in both the goods market and the financial market.